All right, another global news. Venezuela's acting President Delcy Rodríguez has signed the historic amnesty law. Now, this enacted law is expected to result in the mass release of political prisoners. Rodríguez enacted the law shortly after Venezuela's National Assembly unanimously approved the bill.
From the standpoint of an interim Chavista president, you have to know how to ask for forgiveness, and you also have to know how to receive forgiveness, and that is the process that is opened with this amnesty law.
Now, Rodríguez is said to have pushed for the legislation under pressure from Washington, and this as she rose to power following President Nicolas Maduro's capture, former president rather. Now, the ruling party-controlled legislature approved the limited amnesty bill after a second debate on Thursday. Several human rights organizations say the law falls short of offering relief for hundreds of political prisoners in the country. And this while some family members of detainees completed a fifth day on hunger strike. Now, the approved law provides amnesty for involvement in political protests and violent actions which took place during a brief coup in 2002 and demonstrations or elections in certain months between 2004 and 2025. Now, people convicted of military rebellion in 2019 are excluded. The law allows people abroad to appoint a lawyer to present an amnesty request on their behalf. They would have to appear in person in Venezuela to have it granted. The law will only cover quote-unquote people who have seized the execution of the actions which constitute crimes. And this is a specification which may leave out many who have continued their activism from other countries. Now, the law removes international arrest warrants for those granted amnesty. Meanwhile, tribunals must decide on amnesty requests within 15 days, according to the law. Now, the law does not detail the exact crimes which would be eligible for amnesty. However, a previous draft laid out several crimes, including instigation of illegal activity, resistance to authorities, and rebellion and treason. It also does not return assets of those detained, revoke public office bans given for political reasons, or cancel sanctions against media outlets. Now, the amnesty law enactment comes as thousands of Venezuelans have been jailed in recent years over plots, real or imagined, to overthrow the government of Maduro. Meanwhile, some fear that the law could be used by the government to pardon its own and selectively deny freedom to real prisoners of conscience.